he just caused division. You know, like for some reason he didn't want them to study under what I was studying. You know, like I said, I gave up that whole like flat earth, that whole bug out different doctrine shit. I haven't dealt with that for years. You know, like I just deal with what GMS teaches. You know, and
because none of that was my doing. That was all Yahawashi. You must have said something to me, and he was like, you got offended because this lady was at work and I was working, and she said the Lord must not favor you. But then she did something, and then she said the Lord favors her, and then the machine broke. So the Lord does things. I mean, I'm not up here saying I'm the shit. I'm number one.
And he's a genius. He's a genius at that. Like you can even start thinking one way, and it'll like domino effect.
Oh man, you don't even know the half of it, brother.
Yeah.
The demons I be fighting every day. Yeah. It's like if I think about something I don't want to, like I just read in the scripture, if I don't want to do it, it fucking happens.
I got you. I know, and I seen that. Like I'll catch you.
And I don't even try to stop it because it happens that I can't control it. And I'm like, oh man. Afterwards, I'm like, oh.
And I know judgment is really just from seeing it. Cause one day too, like I said, when like shit, like that shit happens all the time. Like when they fire me from Walmart, like they're oh damn, our computer's messed up. We gotta do the so I was like, all right, they had to sit there listen to me speak my whole mind. That's why they put me as unrehirable. But one time too, we were at the park. And I was in the swing with my daughter, and I seen an Edomite lady and her kid walking up. You know, pretty much like you know, like about to claim their playground. You know, Esau spirit. And she hopped on. She was swinging her daughter, and on like the highest swing, her daughter it was her granddaughter, but she just like fell off the swing and smacked into the ground. And I told my rib all that she had to have been walking up thinking some demon shit. You know, for the most high. For one of the angels to be like, oh really, you know, like the little girl goes up in there, he fucking smack karate chops her out that little seat.
The beautiful thing about everybody's correction is that everything gets corrected. Whatever thoughts you had before, everything gets corrected.
And even with like I said with the whole demon issue, like he caused a division, and he took a few brothers, and he's like pretty much like, no, listen to me, don't listen to Elon, you know. They went with him to Mexico, got arrested. They all caught judgment. Yeah. They all caught judgment. And like they're still catching hell. You know, you could tell the spirit's not in them no more. They're not dealing with the word.
Yeah, they're not.
It says the righteous man falleth and gets up. You know, 7-10 times again. You know.
They like the idea of being an Israelite. You know, all the clout or whatever.
It's a lot of hell.
As soon as they put their fucking, was it hand to the plow, that shit went.
Yeah, come on. You know, it says, but the wicked fall into mischief. You know.
Parable of the wheat and turf and the pear.
It's like you're
wheat and turf. Yeah, because all the work you do, the spiritual Satan tries to put rocks in your little device. He tries to stop it, and then you think to yourself, man, why am I catching this hell? But you're catching that hell because you're being chosen. You made a choice. You said, I want to be a Hebrew Israelite. So now you're gonna be a Hebrew Israelite.
So acceptable men are made in the furnace of adversity, you know? Like so it's like the Most High is gonna try you like in a furnace, you know, he's gonna refine you, you know, a furnace is hot, you know, shit. Like when you put metal, you know, when they refine metal, all the impurities, everything that ain't supposed to be in there burns out, you know? And the Most High, when he puts you, it says he'll baptize you with fire, boy, and he puts that fire to you, man, he's gonna cleanse whatever spirit, whatever's on you that he don't want, you know. He's gonna cleanse it out, or he's gonna throw you out, you know. If you're one with the demon.
That's why it says too to despise not the chastening of Yahawashi.
Got it. Go ahead. Let me get the scripture for you guys. This is 2 Kings 19:35. And it came to pass that night that the angel of Yahawashi went out and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 185,000. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses.
That's spiritual power right there. To kill one angel, to kill 1,000, he had to have been moving at the speed of light, pretty much.
Fast.
And like you know how you know in Dragon Ball Z sometimes when they reach a new level, they go up to the enemy and they fucking like the enemy gets punched out of nowhere. They ain't even moving and shit. Like that's how the angel move. You know, that's spiritual power. That's how they move. Like
you see that Edomite man, he walked across the street not because he was scared, because his angels made him do it.
they're escorting him, like
They're
don't.
escorting. And the other Edomite said that's, you know,
And now that
I'm not protecting myself with anything. I have faith that he's gonna protect me.
And that's why, like me, like I've never fired a gun. I have no desire to, you know. Like so, when they're like pushing that agenda too, I was like, I don't believe that's how I'm gonna get saved, you know. Like I said, my stepdad, he has guns at home, you know. So there are guns, you know. But I don't think about it. I don't trust them, you know. I know eventually, you know, that's not what's gonna save you, you
And
know.
when the spirit hits you to react, you're gonna do whatever the spirit tells you.
Yeah. You might jump over a building or something.
It says in the book of Ezra, it says they who shall be saved by their faith and their
We
word.
got a scripture right now.
Well, this is Matthew 13 and 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men sleep, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way.
Yeah, see, the tares and the wheat looked exactly the same. You can't tell one from another. That's why
He told the angel not to cut them.
That's why Ramon did what he did, and he took what you thought were Israelites, but they weren't Israelites.
Because look, once you put your hand to the plow, like I'm always telling the ark, like it got too real for them, because once me and Dimon, once he seen that we were going out every weekend, like on the first 2 camps, he fell out. You know, he couldn't hang, and that's why I was like, nah, like you know, like, and I was legit serious about this truth, you know, like ever since the brother told it to me, you know, and I studied it for myself, like I've been dead serious about this truth, you know. Like I said, I may have my fallbacks, but you know, like I said, it's all in my time, you know. I get back up. I don't fall like Dimon. I fall one time and I go into full wickedness, you know. Like
Hey, just think about that. You're gonna fall 6 more times.
come on, and so you know, like I don't know, like that's just what I'm fully believing in this word, you know. But like I said, like we ran into brothers already, and I said I just want to build. I want to, you know, try to build with like-minded brothers, you know, and
Build a strong foundation.
You gotta have a strong foundation.
And like I said, like with that, like we could get things really going, you know.
Well, you guys can do whatever you guys are doing right now, but we're over here. You know, we don't. You guys come over here and maybe we could do something. But so far as going out there, like I said, Esau's already watching us, and it's already started. You guys are doing beautiful work. You know, just keep doing it. You guys can do it in Spanish, or you guys can do it in English. You can do it in both, because the word has to get out, and these people have to start taking it serious. They'll be afraid if we start getting together, but spirit is like a piece of metal and a magnet. What will make it is the gravity. They'll pull towards whoever's supposed to be the magnetic pulse. You know, they'll pull to it. The spirit will pull to it. You know, you'll do what you're supposed to do, and you know, we got to do what we got to do. You know, but we already have a name. We're Camp Cosmos. You know, we never stop changing that. And I'm pretty good at describing the word cosmos, and I'm pretty good at the Greek. I'm getting better at reading it, and I'm bad at the Hebrew. But you know, I have our own thing. That's good that you're doing it. I'm glad to hear that.
Like I said, that's what we've been noticing. Like I said, like even that bird Gabriel, like everyone's pretty much doing their own thing, you know. Like, and like I said, we're gonna go out to, like tomorrow, make posters, and then probably Sunday or the next week we're gonna start right back at it, you know, going back out. But you know, like I said, I was just trying to see, like I said, if you were willing, like. Not every camp, you know, like I said, because you gotta do your own thing, got your own channel and
I gave
everything.
this brother my number, so we could try to hook up too, because other camps, they be doing that too, you know. They have other brothers from other towns come into their camps. And
Like mine.
So that's what I'm saying, but like right now, like we all study like strictly under GMS. That's what I'm saying.
because today we were teaching about the Sabbath, because the Sabbath is almost over because the sun is going down, you know. And the Sabbath says it's supposed to be a holy convocation, something something like that. But that's like gathering, you know.
And then the Day of Atonement's coming up. You guys know about the Day of Atonement, September 7th sundown to September 8th sundown?
And what we were learning from the other guys, for me, Sabbath starts when the sun goes down today. And that's how I've been doing it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You keep doing it until you're convinced.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to convince anybody.
Yeah.
You can go to the New Moon app, and it'll tell you exactly what it is. That Farmer's Almanac will tell you what it is. You see, I raise game fowl, and you have to raise those game fowl by the new moon. You don't raise them like the Gregorian calendar. You'll be fucking up. But you gotta, they drop their fed. It's, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something different. So, you know.
So today is the official.
Today, right now is the end of it.
So last night would have been.
Yesterday
We
was
were
the,
three-
yesterday
three
was
nights.
the new moon, which
Yeah.
the new moon means month.
Yeah.
You know, so yesterday was the new month.
Yeah.
And the day before that one was the end of the last Sabbath.
See, and that's like I said, that's how I do it too. I do it by the new moon, and that's why like I said, for the sake of trying to meet with the other birds, we told them, you know what, we'll meet up with you guys on your Fridays, you know, when you practice your Sabbath.
Yeah, whenever you guys
But
can.
I always told the Aug, like, you know what the scriptures say, you know, well, it's like it's the new moon, you know.
So like.
But
So for like tomorrow, which is Saturday, you know, this Esau's calendar, do you guys follow like the laws? Like you guys don't cook, you guys.
I don't know. I mean, we can't do that.
I said that's going like with Debbie, that's pushing the laws again, you know, like I said, like
When the Sabbath comes, yeah, I'm working.
Yeah.
And I'm working so much that I need to get that money so I can keep paying my bills. But like for the Day of Atonement, I have days that I can use on my vacation days, and I have civil liberties at work. They have to respect by law. They have to respect who I am. So I got those days off.
Yeah.
Because that day is special. But as far as I can't do that every week.
Yeah.
I can't do that every month. They'll be like, "What the fuck you doing?"
Yeah. Or like say like on your own, like do you, how can I say, like say if you had it off, do you still like, will you still mow your lawn or like?
Well,
Like I'm just trying to figure out.
Okay, so
Like, I would say-
I'm in Babylon. If you pass by my house, you see a big trailer with fucking trash in it. I fucking hate this society. My lawn is dried up. I don't fucking want nothing to do with this society.
Yeah.
You know, my house looks torn up, but on the inside it's clean and everything. And there's people that come in with the Bible trying to knock on my door, and I love when they knock on my door. I give them a taste. So I'm not trying to mow no lawns or nothing like that. I'm not in that spirit. I'm in the spirit of this place needs to go down so that we can come up.
Yeah.
So I don't
would
even
say
celebrate
like if you have that day off and you're not like scheduled to work, you know, like just
relax.
to the best of your ability,
Right
try
here.
to
Yeah.
keep the thing. But like I said, like the bro just put it, a lot of us we have to work, you know, and so like I said, if I take a day off, I'm kind of screwed too. Like right now, this whole week's worth of pay is gonna go to bills, you know, and so I can't afford a day off like that. But like I said, we all fall short. That's why I told Zebulon they didn't believe that you could be over righteous, but it's a scripture, you know. That's why you destroy yourself by trying to put all them laws on your ass. You know, no one can keep it. You know, the Most High said when you do that, you're gonna become in debt to the whole law, to do every tittle of the law. You know,
Yeah.
and because it says that's why the Pharisees, when they're pushing the circumcision, they say, why put that yoke over the disciples that not even your forefathers could bear, you know?
Like,
So it's like you're supposed to just gather in unity and just like rehearse the righteous acts, you know, to the best of your ability when you can, like keep the laws, you know, to the best
Passover,
of
I
your
take that
ability.
day off.
And
And Hanukkah is my favorite, but I can't because it's the 8-day celebration, day of the Festival of Lights. But if it comes on the weekends, I'm partying. I drink my red wine, see Esau chicken and salad. But if I could take those days off, I would.
Yeah.
But we're subject to Esau.
I've been like doing how the other brothers do it, and like, dude, I literally haven't bought nothing like on Saturday. Like like I'm like shit, I need to buy groceries or like I need to, you know.
That's
Perfect
why-
example.
And I'm like, fuck. Like,
Perfect example of what this brother was talking about, being over righteous. Now you're hurting yourself.
Like Yahawashi said, if your donkey, whatever animal falls into a ditch, you know, are you not gonna save it till the next day? You know, like that's what
Oh,
that's like
man.
I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
you're trying to put
but
that
it's
on
just
you
the
like
thing I'm
that.
new
And,
to, you
and
know.
Yeah.
So
See, so you're
that's
you
why
have so
like,
much mercy. You have so much mercy.
and that's why at the same time I wanted to pry away from Zebulon because I'm like since the bird's still kind of new, you know, like I said, they're like, the members of Sikori, that as soon as they found out they were Israelites, they went and they with the razor blade and they circumcised their own selves, you know, and like pretty much like saying like, oh, see, because they did that,
Now
they're fucking pretty much elevated in the kingdom already.
well, since
you know?
they, like the scripture says, thou that exalted themselves will be
Well, we put that.
abased. But what if you're not part of the elect? What if you're just not even an Israelite at all? What if you're a motherfucking Hamite?
yeah,
What if you're an Edomite?
yeah,
You can do whatever you want, but it's all by the Spirit, man. See, because what if your new child is born on the Sabbath? What if your new child is born on a day you can't take off? You know, we're subject to it.
yeah.
That's the part of catching the hell. That's why most of the time I see people laughing at stuff, but they don't know what the hell they're laughing at. They're being controlled like Proverbs 21:24.
Or another thing, like they push the whole like you gotta be fringed up at work,
Hell
at,
no.
at fucking wherever. And I'm like, fuck, like
Well, let's talk about that. If you were fringed up at work, then there are certain things you can't do because you're wearing the fringes. And what if you work at a meat processing plant and you have to touch the animal's penis, or you know,
yeah,
or what if you're working with a woman and she's on her monthly time,
yeah,
but she's your boss and she's over here getting real close, touching you. Now you're defiled.
yeah.
Gone.
What does the scripture say you got to do? You got to take yourself out of Israel for at least 7 days.
Even any little thing, like I said, they're putting themselves under that subjection because why try to taint the holy garment like that? Because I said there are certain things in the scripture that clearly says when you touch it, you unclean, you know, like, or for the, like I said, for the certain amount of time you need to be cleansed off of
Yeah.
that. So them trying to be fringed up, how many times have they probably defiled them fringes, you know? Touching
Or,
things, you know,
at the
like
gym, you know,
when
at the gym fringed
you
up.
know, at the store when they're looking at every ingredient, how many times have they grabbed something with pork and then I got to put it back, you know?
Yeah, that's
you know,
perfect
like
that you said that. Let me get this, Isaiah 61:1. The spirit of BAHASHAM Yahawashi is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and to the opening of the prison of them that are bound. Those guys practicing the law, they're not bound. They're free already. That's freedom. To practice the law, that's freedom. So you know, I don't know what they're doing.
It's like they're back in Israel pretty much, you know.
Yeah.
Like they gotta. Then they're pushing
they should
something
have
like that
land.
too. You gotta go back to Israel or something.
Yeah, they should
like.
have land and they should have their own servants. Well, how the hell are you going to be a captive and keep all the laws? If you're a captive, you're subject to that man that owns you. If they got birth certificates and social security cards, they're property of Esau. See, so you got to study more. You got to study a lot more.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
said,
okay that you're starting new, and I'm not putting any pressure on you, but that's what you got to do. That's good that you question them, that you question everybody. Question it as much as you can, but always back it up with the scriptures. Look for it in the scriptures. Search out the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, but always do it by the scriptures. Because like I said in Isaiah 61, the spirit of Yahawashi is upon us. Yahawashi is upon us. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, there he is. You know, and there's 7 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, what does that number mean? That's completion. And see, so and in the King James, it goes after the what is it? 1911? No, that's a good 1611. And if you add those numbers, that's 9, and that's the foundation. So the foundation is the complete scripture, because 1611 has the Apocrypha in it. So we study out of the Apocrypha too. So, and I'm pretty sure those guys, they have their own agenda with you. So So you're gonna see with your eyes.
It's just like everything that we did, like they had an evil eye for. Like they seen that we had a apocryphal too, and they're like, well, you need to get it in a whole Bible already in there, so you can't have a secondary book. Because when you pull that out, people are not gonna listen to you no more. And I'm like, no, like people are not gonna listen to you if you say some bug out shit, pretty much, you know.
Yeah, that's
if you're speaking the truth and you keep people like you know, like indulge with wisdom, you know, they're gonna keep listening, you know. And but I don't know, as I said, they found, like I said, I studied with GMS. I believe that's where the truth is, you know. They knew that this bird starting with GMS, and it just caused like a instant like House of Saul effect, you know. So
see, so we got to go out too. We all got to go out, but this brother can't go out on Saturday. So, and I'm open, you know. I get the weekends off, so we got to help each other.
I'm kind of like, I got like a mixed bag, like both Saturdays I can.
How we've been doing
Fridays
it.
I can.
When we go out too, like we don't go out like you know, like we see a group of an event or how people are like, oh, let's go post up right there. Like we kind of been doing it like how this, you know, like even at the park.
Yeah.
Well, there's a captive audience law. You know about that? Captive audience?
Like what's that?
Like what you just explained. Someone is having a party or a function. They're there having that function, and you go up there. You basically taking them captive by preaching to somebody that's already been there posted.
Yeah.
Because the only time we did anything like that, I mean, but it was the Most High.
That's the spirit in you guys.
Yeah.
They had this debate right here at the Civic one day. It was a Trump
rally or
pro and anti-wall debate, and we see the bird seen it, and he called me, and we went over there to our signs. We pretty much set up, and within 15 minutes, everybody left. We cleared the whole block out. But like I said, Esau walked by like the straight fucking Edomite, you know, and he walked past us, and he just took out a phone and just went like this, snapped a picture, put it back, and just kept walking, you know. And even the bump.
He took that picture.
I told him, I was like, he probably went back to the clan, and he's like they're gathering, you know. But even the bums called the cops on us, you know.
How the bums gonna call? The bums come up here and then we talk with them. See, you guys gotta be smooth.
We were way across from them that day too, and they were just like gathered up in the other benches. And for some reason, we just see the cops come.
This is why the apocrypha is so important. If they don't want to use the apocrypha, how are you gonna tell the Northern Kingdom, you know, that we are the 10 tribes? This is 2nd Ezra 13 and 41. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. See, so if mankind never dwelt here, they didn't dwell here until we got here. So that's what those guys are trying to look at. Those guys are mostly likely trying to say that either one of these tribes doesn't exist. Because if you don't want the apocrypha, how can you prove that we're the 10 tribes? That's why they took it out. You have to prove that we're the 10 tribes. This is verse 42. That they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. See, so we never even kept our own statutes in our own land. How are we going to keep it in the land that's foreign to us? We can't. So verse 43, and they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Arsrid. So that year and a half is very important, because from the Middle East to here in an old time ship, it takes a year and a half. And in this scripture, it'll tell you that it took 3 years to get all. King David sent ships to get gold and silver and monkeys and roosters and all, and food and everything. And the back and forth was 3 years. So you need this to put that together so that you can convince our people. You need the whole sword.
And I had if you look on my IG, I posted a clip one time. It was on a movie. I forgot the name of it, but it's about Columbus. But they asked him a question.
1492 Paradise.
I don't know. They asked him a question about land on their side. He said, "How do you know about that land?" He's like, "Have you been reading Esdras?" Like he mentioned the book, you know. And then he said even Columbus had an interpreter with them that was Hebrew, you know.
Yeah.
And he even said at the time, he said the distance to get there is about a year and a half. And like when he said that, I was like, I gotta post this, you know. And I posted that.
See, that's good.
And I just went on my own to just like kind of do my own research, and the GMS was the one that speaks to me the most, because all the other camps, they kind of still preach like in the 80s, you know, like they're real basic with you're an Israelite, it's like, dude, like.
Yeah, we teach the same doctrine, GMS doctrine. We just don't have the name GMS. Then vocab Malone will come up and try to do something, or G-Man or something like that. And I don't have the patience.
Yeah.
Then you already debate with vocab.
He'll be dissing me on
See, so we're not even trying to do that.
Yeah.
Vocab can believe whatever he wants. I'm not here to try to convince him or even talk to him. You know, I'm here for these people.
Yeah.
That's where my heart's set at. My mind's right here. The Lord told me to talk to them, not to nobody else. I can talk to them. There's people that come up here and try to fight us. Like this one kid, he was just riding around talking shit, and I was talking shit to him. But then after a while, I say, all right, I'm done playing with him. And then we got spiritual, and then he just started giving up the ghost. Like, remember that one kid? He started saying all kinds of things about himself. See, it's the spirit. So we got to preach to all these people. You got scripture?
I got that scripture about, you said he don't do with the apocryphers. Psalms 40:7. Then I said, behold, I come in the scroll of the book. Oh, Salakia. Then said, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. So he comes in the volume of that means everything. The Old Testament,
Yeah,
New Testament.
We got the 1611. I got the 1611 at home, but I just chose to bring this one because it's a newer version of English, and it's just I find stuff easier on it.
Yeah.
Because the Apocrypha, the 1611 is in Roman numerals. It has the I instead of the J. It's a different language.
Yeah.
So that's sort of slow. Maybe that's why they don't want to deal with it. And I'm pretty sure that it's hard for them to study other different languages, and I'm always studying different languages.
I had one of the brothers when I was trying to have him cut himself with the circumcision. I had him read a scripture, and like 2 verses in, like he couldn't even read. He kept stuttering, and he busted out saying he got dyslexia, you know. So I'm like, this guy, he probably just been watching Sakari videos or some shit, you know, just regurgitating what he hears, you know. So
because I'm dyslexic.
So
that don't ever happen to me when I'm reading.
Yeah, Khan. So like he couldn't read, and I'm like, that's a spirit that the Most High will curse you. Like he'll put a spirit where you can't even get into His word, you know. But like I said, when I seen that, I had enough discernment to say, you know, like it's nice knowing, like I said, it's real nice knowing that there's other Israelites out here, that there's birds out here, you know. But at the end of the day, like this whole unity camp shit don't fly. You know, the Most High say He came to cause division anyhow, you know.
Yeah, I can tell you're a different person.
Because the truth, he is the truth, and the truth will cause division, you know. Some people will get it, and some people just won't get it, you know.
Most people won't.
And most people just won't get it, you know. And they were mad, like at us, like, oh, you guys haven't done enough work. Not everybody knows that they're an Israelite here, you know. And it's like not everybody is gonna know that they're an Israelite, you know.
You see that steeple on that church? This brother was speaking. He said something about destroying the church, and that fucking top part fell off. You see that hanging on the steeple, the bottom part?
Yeah.
This brother made it happen.
Yeah.
He just fell out of nowhere.
I call him my number 2. If I'm number 1, he's number 2. So he did that.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, and I started laughing at my ass off. That made me feel happy.
Yeah.
The angels did.
The angels did it for him. See, so you see what I'm saying? I'm not doing anything. He woke me up first,
And we were laughing.
and we were laughing our ass off. And that guy goes in the church, and he passes by, and he doesn't even say nothing. And he's a pastor. An old motherfucking lady looked at me and said, "What y'all doing over there? And you guys come out here every Saturday. I see you all the time." And I was like, "Yep, I'm prophesying the truth."
We'll
And
find
she just
out.
waved me off. She's probably dead already.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot of people, like I said, everyone was mad because not a lot of people know the word, and they try to make it seem like we ain't doing enough work. But that a lot of people, that is their chance to hear the word. They hear and then they brush it off. That was their chance, you know. They didn't hear it, you know, but technically they heard it. They got it, you know. So it's like they got the chance, you know, but they didn't take it.
Yeah, because
So-
this is Isaiah 62:1. For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth. See, so all that righteousness and salvation that those guys are trying to, you'll see it if it's really true. If it's really true, you'll see it.
And I caught him lastly. I asked him, I said, how do you measure a man's righteousness? By the number of laws he keeps, or by his faith that he has in the Messiah and in the Word. And I had a scripture ready to bust out on him, but he kind of like, he knew he was going to fall on his own sword, so he kind of ended up agreeing, like, no, it's through your faith. And it's like, well, then why keep pushing the law, you know? Like, it's going to keep going back and forth, you know? But like I said, I told the August, like, we're trying to build, you know, like, we're out here trying to build, you know, like, so every brother we meet, like I said, we're trying to if not, like I said, like with you, bro, how you gotta do in your camp, like I said, we're not trying to interfere or nothing. It's just like, there's some days where if you guys want to all go out or something, you know, we could do that. Like, that's all we're offering, you know.
Yeah, we could do that.
And that's what we try to offer at Zebulon, but every time we met up with them, it's like they kept trying to demeanor us just because they know we study with GMS, you know, that's simple fact.
That's good.
And so we couldn't really, like I said, we see them, when we see them, I'll say Shalom, whatever, but as far as like actually building with them, we couldn't.
Yeah, what we really need is a camp in Spanish.
Yeah, I speak Spanish pretty good.
That's good. That's why the Lord brought you guys together, because you guys speak Spanish too.
Yeah, on my job, they won't even hire you if you don't speak Spanish over
You
there.
can't get a job unless you speak Spanish.
Everybody
You don't have no
at my
education.
job is Paisanos over there. Like they even look at me funny because I have my papers, you know. So
Just imagine if you could speak more than 2 languages, 3 or, and I tell you, motherfucker, I speak more than 3 languages. What are you talking about? The one thing I hate about Esau is when they say shit like, you don't understand. And I would look at them and I'm like, I don't think that's the case. But it's all about, it's not even about unity, because you don't have to have the spirit of unity. This is the unity right here. Because let me get this in Isaiah 53:5. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. So we are healed with Yahawashi's stripes. His suffering, we have to suffer like him. I mean, we're not going to get put up on a cross, but they're going to put us on one of their crosses. They're going to stigmatize us. Yes, sir.
That one Colossians 9:3-9.
Colossians 3:9. Want me to get it for you? This is Colossians 3:9. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds.
So like we were saying, when you come into this truth, you got to put off that old man, you know, with those wicked deeds.
It sounds like you're doing it,
and
because
it said
when I'm
lie
listening to
not.
you, I'm also measuring your spirit.